Archangel Michael speaks directly to your spirit. Now listen carefully. This is not an ordinary message. This is not a dream. This is a divine command from the Almighty through His Archangel. And He insists you open your heart and your mind fully right now. At this very moment, God is reaching out to you with a truth that has been hidden. A truth that must be revealed before darkness can take hold over your life any longer. Archangel Michael says, this is very serious. You cannot ignore this, you cannot delay. Every second that passes without acknowledging this message is a second that moves you further from the protection God intends for you. Do you hear it? That sound is the beating of your own destiny. It is urgent. It is alive. It is God calling you by name. Archangel Michael orders you open this immediately. He says, do not skip this. I command you. I am watching. I am present. What has been hidden from you is about to come to light. A doctor has confessed. Yes, a doctor. A person sworn to heal and protect has revealed what was done to you. This is a moment of profound revelation. What you believed was private. What you thought only time would tell is now being unveiled by divine will. God says, do not underestimate the power of this confession. It is not merely earthly. It is spiritual. Every lie that was spoken to you, every secret that was kept from you, every manipulation, every betrayal is now exposed. Archangel Michael stands beside you, sword of light drawn, ready to defend you. The confession is more than words. It is a key, a gateway to your liberation. It will shock you. It will shake your very being. Yet, it is necessary for your soul to rise above what has been done to you. Listen to the voice of God in your heart. He says, this is for you, my beloved child. You have endured more than you know. You have been hurt, misled, and silenced. But I am here. I am revealing the truth, and nothing hidden will remain hidden. The doctor's confession is just the beginning. It is the door to a revelation that will alter the course of your life. Archangel Michael says, prepare yourself. The weight of this revelation may feel unbearable, but it is a weight meant to free you, not to crush you. It is a divine lifting, a spiritual awakening. The one who should have protected you failed. The one entrusted with your care betrayed that trust. This is not your fault. Stand firm. Know that God sees all, knows all, and justice will be served. God speaks further, you have been patient. You have endured in silence and I have witnessed your suffering. I am now sending this message to remind you that you are not alone. The truth is here. The confession is here. The light of revelation has entered your life and you must act upon it. Do not turn away. Do not close your eyes. Face this truth and allow my power to heal what has been broken. Archangel Michael continues, you may feel anger, betrayal, confusion, shock, fear. All these emotions are natural, but do not let them consume you, let them refine you. Let them strengthen your resolve. For what has been hidden is now being revealed. And with this revelation comes the power to reclaim what was stolen from you. Your body, your mind, your spirit, your very essence is sacred. No one has the right to take it from you. And yet through the confession of this doctor, you now have proof, undeniable proof, that what you endured was real. And it is time to stand in the light of that truth. God says this is your moment of divine clarity. What was done to you was not by accident. It was part of a greater plan that has now been redirected for your benefit. Your suffering has a purpose. Your endurance has a reward. The confession is a signal, a divine intervention, a key turning point in your life. Archangel Michael warns, you must not ignore this message. This is not a mere story, not a passing shadow. This is your life, your reality, your divine inheritance of truth. Open your eyes fully, open your heart fully, and embrace the revelation that comes from God through the words of this doctor. The confession is shocking, yes, but it is also liberating. It is the instrument of your deliverance. God continues, you have been betrayed, misled, and deceived, but now the scales are being lifted from your eyes. You will see the truth as it is, not as you were told it would be. The doctor has spoken, and now the universe listens. The heavens are aligned for your understanding. Archangel Michael is at your side, sword drawn, ready to cut away all shadows and falsehoods that have surrounded you. Take a deep breath. Feel the presence of Archangel Michael. He is here. He is watching. He is guiding. He is warning. He is protecting. God says, do not fear what is revealed. Fear only the delay in accepting the truth. Every moment spent avoiding this revelation is a moment lost in your liberation. Open this immediately. The doctor confessed the unthinkable. What was done to you was recorded, hidden, and suppressed. But the confession brings it to light. God says the veil is lifted. You now have access to the truth that can change everything in your life. You are no longer in the dark. You are no longer alone. What was hidden by human deceit is now exposed by divine power. Archangel Michael's voice grows louder in your spirit. You must act. You must claim this revelation. You must rise above fear. You must accept the protection of God and the guidance of His angels. This confession is not just information. It is empowerment. It is liberation. It is the path to reclaiming your life. God says, I am with you. I am in every heartbeat. I am in every breath. I am in every thought of courage that arises in your soul. This confession is my instrument. Archangel Michael is my messenger, and you are my chosen to receive this knowledge and act upon it. Do not ignore this. Do not delay. The revelation is happening now. The doctor's confession is real. It is serious. And it is a turning point in your existence. Archangel Michael says, this is your opportunity to confront what has been hidden, to take back your power, to step into the light. Do not squander it. The truth is precious. The moment is sacred and your action is required. God says you are safe. You are protected. But you must recognize the gravity of what has been done to you. You must face it. Understand it, and release it under my guidance. Archangel Michael stands ready to defend you from all fear, all doubt, all deception. Accept this truth. Embrace your liberation and allow divine justice to flow. This is the beginning of your awakening. The doctor's confession will shock you, yes, but it will also illuminate the path forward. You will learn who betrayed you, how it was hidden, and why it was allowed to happen until now. But God says, all is revealed in my timing. Now is the moment of revelation, the moment of truth, the moment of power. Do not hesitate. Open immediately. Witness the confession. Feel its impact. Let it heal your soul. Archangel Michael says, I will not leave you. I will not abandon you. I will protect you as you face this confession. I will cut through the lies, the shadows, the manipulations, and I will stand by your side. This is serious. Do not skip this. Your life, your spirit, your future depends on your courage to confront what has been hidden. God concludes this message for now saying, you are my beloved. You are my chosen. You are my child. The confession is my instrument to restore your life, your peace, and your understanding. Open it immediately. Receive it fully. Trust my plan. Trust Archangel Michael. Trust the truth that has been delivered into your hands. Archangel Michael speaks to you now with urgency that cannot be ignored. This is not a message you can scroll past, not a whisper you can let fade into the background. I, Michael, stand before you with God's command. And I tell you, listen carefully and do not underestimate the seriousness of this revelation. A doctor, someone you trusted, someone who held your health in their hands, has just confessed what was done to you. Open your heart fully, open your mind fully, and prepare for the truth because it will shock you. The layers of deception and hidden manipulation are deeper than you ever imagined. God has been watching and He has been silently collecting all the pieces of this puzzle. He has observed the way your body reacted mysteriously to treatments. The unexplained symptoms that appeared without reason, the subtle yet unmistakable signs that something was wrong. And now at this very moment, he says, enough hiding. Enough lies. This confession is coming not by accident but by divine orchestration. God is exposing this because you deserve to know the truth. Do you remember the visits to the hospital, the sterile smells, the coldness of the waiting rooms, the brief perfunctory interactions that seemed routine? God says they were not routine. He says that hidden behind the white coats and clipped professionalism were actions taken without your knowledge. Decisions made in shadows that affected your body, your mind, your very life. The doctor, the one who swore to protect you, has confessed. He has admitted what was done. Finally, the truth can no longer be buried. God sees your confusion. He knows the questions swirling in your mind right now. He knows the fear, the anxiety, the anger building inside you. He says all of it is justified. Nothing you feel is wrong. The anger, the disbelief, the sorrow, they are all valid, all righteous. You have been wronged in ways that words cannot fully describe. And yet God assures you His justice is real. His protection is eternal. And He will guide you through this revelation. The confession is detailed. Every lie, every omission, every manipulation is now laid bare. God says the doctor took actions that were unnecessary. Actions that harmed you, actions that no human should ever have the power to perform without consent. And yet through divine oversight, you survived. God whispers to you that He was there at every moment, unseen but unyielding, holding your spirit, shielding your essence, ensuring that despite the harm, your soul remained intact. Archangel Michael cries out in anger and sorrow for what has been done to you. This is not a minor mistake. It is a betrayal of sacred trust. You are vulnerable and someone took advantage of that vulnerability. God says this is the reason for the weight you have carried. Those unexplained pains, the endless questions, the nights of restless worry, the silent cries no one could hear. Now the veil lifts and the full picture emerges. You may feel a surge of disbelief, a temptation to deny what is being revealed. God warns you against this. Denial will only delay your healing, your empowerment, your reclamation of truth. Open your heart fully. Open your mind fully. Accept that this confession, while shocking, is a gift from the divine. It is God saying, no more shadows. No more hidden harm. The truth will set you free. God instructs you to document everything. Write down every memory, every symptom, every consultation, every moment that felt off, every suspicion that arose in the depths of your awareness. These are not just recollections. They are evidence of God's protection and the unfolding of truth. Archangel Michael commands you to keep these records safe to preserve them, for the revelation of what was done to you may extend beyond this moment. Others may need to witness this confession, and God will provide the clarity and courage to expose it fully. The doctor's confession contains names, dates, and hidden procedures. God says the depth of deception was planned, systematic, and cruel, but no longer. God's light pierces through every lie. Every misdirection, every cover-up, every falsified report, every whisper meant to confuse or frighten you. It all crumbles under God's revelation. Michael stands beside you, his sword of truth shining bright, cutting through the layers of darkness to reveal the ultimate justice of God. This is a turning point. God says the moment you read this, the universe itself aligns to support your next steps. You are not powerless. You are not alone. Michael's presence surrounds you. His voice booming with authority and compassion, reminding you that every injustice will be addressed, every hidden act accounted for. God's plan is unfolding precisely as He ordained. And this confession is a key part of the awakening that is happening in your life. Do not wait. God commands you. Confront the truth with courage. Meet the doctor. Understand the confession fully. Ask every question. Demand clarity and leave nothing unspoken. Archangel Michael warns you, do not allow fear to dominate. Fear is the tool of those who wish to keep the truth hidden. Courage is your armor. Faith is your shield. God says He will provide both in abundance. You may feel anger rise like a storm within you, and that is natural. God says, let it flow, but do not let it consume your soul. Channel it into action. Channel it into reclaiming your power, into restoring your life, into seeking justice. Michael stands with you unwavering, ensuring that every step you take is protected, that every action you take is guided by divine wisdom. This confession also reveals allies and conspirators. God says you will be surprised by who acted with malice, who tried to cover up the truth, and who stood silently while harm came to you. Pay attention to these revelations, but do not act out of vengeance. Justice will follow God's timing. Your task now is understanding, recovery, and preparation. Michael commands you to prepare your mind, body, and spirit for what comes next. God is also sending messages of healing. Each day, each moment, you are infused with divine energy that strengthens your cells, restores balance to your mind, and fills your heart with courage. Do not underestimate this divine intervention. Even as you process the shock of the confession, God is already repairing what was broken, restoring what was taken, and preparing a path for blessings that are far greater than the harm endured. Michael reminds you, this is the moment to awaken fully to the reality of divine protection. The doctor's confession is a turning point, but the journey does not end here. God's plan continues, and your role is active. You must embrace the truth, pursue understanding, and act with integrity. Those who wronged you will face the divine reckoning. Those who protect you and guide you will be honored. God also speaks to your emotions. Do not suppress your grief, your fear, your sorrow. Each tear, each pang of hurt, each moment of disbelief is witnessed by God. Archangel Michael absorbs your pain with you, turning it into strength, transforming your despair into determination. This is a sacred process, a cleansing, a divine preparation for the life that awaits beyond this revelation. Finally, God says, the doctor's confession is not the end, but the beginning. A life once hidden in shadows is now illuminated by divine truth. The actions that were intended to harm you will instead reveal the depth of God's protection, the resilience of your spirit, and the unshakable power of divine justice. Archangel Michael declares, stand firm. Speak boldly. Live fully. You are no longer a victim. You are a beacon of God's unwavering light. The confession is complete. The truth is now yours. God commands you to move forward, to reclaim your life, and to trust in His guidance. Do not allow doubt or fear to cloud your path. Michael stands guard. God surrounds you with protection and your spirit rises unbroken, unstoppable, and ready to embrace the life of clarity, justice, and divine fulfillment that awaits. God says this message is for you and you must read every word carefully. Archangel Michael is beside you even now. His presence surrounding you with a protective light so strong that no darkness can pierce it. This is not a message to be ignored or brushed aside as ordinary words. This is divine communication, urgent, direct, and powerful. The heavens are aligned to speak to you through me. And the time has come for you to hear what has been hidden from your eyes. Michael says, do not doubt, do not delay. And do not allow fear to cloud your heart. What you are about to hear will shake the foundations of your understanding. Yet, it will reveal the truth that God has kept safe for you until now. You have endured trials, whispers, and moments when shadows felt too close. When danger seemed invisible, and yet God has kept you safe. Nothing has reached you without His permission. Nothing has touched you without His shield. And now the time has come for revelation. Michael tells me that a doctor, someone who was entrusted with care and respect for your body, has stepped forward with a confession. The words you are about to receive are not ordinary. They carry the weight of truth, of justice, of the unseen battles that have surrounded you. This is why Michael stands by your side, sword gleaming, wings stretching wide, because your soul must be protected as these truths unfold. The doctor confesses that what was done to you was deliberate, planned, and hidden from your knowledge. God sees all, and nothing escapes His eyes. Every procedure, every action, every moment that you felt uncertainty or pain in your body without explanation, it was recorded, noted, and observed in the divine realm. Michael says, this is why you feel unsettled, why your heart has sensed deception even when the evidence seemed absent. The body remembers, the soul knows. And now the truth is coming forward. You must understand this is not a time for panic or anger. Though those feelings are natural, this is a time to trust completely in God's plan. The confession will shock you, and yet you will emerge stronger because God has always been with you. The doctor's words are a key to unlocking hidden doors, to revealing who has been manipulating circumstances around you. Michael says, "Do not fear the light of truth. It will heal what has been harmed. It will restore what has been taken, and it will bring peace that has been delayed for too long." The confession involves details that were once buried. Treatments, decisions, interventions that you did not consent to that were done under the guise of care are now being revealed. God says, "You must understand nothing that was done could overcome the shield I placed around you." Even in moments of fear, even when shadows crept close, you were protected. But now it is time for clarity. Michael is urgent, commanding. This is why you must open your heart and your mind. Every detail matters. Every truth must be faced. Do not run. Do not hide, stand firm because I am with you. And God's protection cannot fail. There are those who tried to silence to prevent this confession, to keep you from knowing what happened. God has allowed their plans to be exposed. Their attempts to obscure truth will fail. Michael says, "Justice is coming, and it is swift." The ones who sought to deceive will be held accountable, and their schemes will collapse before your eyes. Do not be afraid. Stand tall. Breathe. Trust. This is a pivotal moment in your life, one where divine intervention meets earthly revelation. The doctor's confession will explain why you have felt unwell, why you sensed something wrong when no one else seemed to see it. God says, every lie that has surrounded you is being stripped away. Every manipulation, every deceit is being pulled into the light. And in that light, you will find freedom. Michael reminds you, you are not alone. You are never alone. The presence of God is surrounding you like an invisible fortress. Angels walk with you. Every step you take is guided. Every heartbeat is monitored by the divine. What was done to you cannot harm your spirit. It cannot. Circumstances you could not know, circumstances that God allowed so that the truth about you could finally be revealed. Each of them spoke differently. Each of them carried hidden motives, and each of them revealed something about your personality that even you were not fully aware of. Some words were cruel, some words were envious, and some words were true, piercing truths that you have always sensed but never dared to confront. Archangel Michael is telling you, do not fear these revelations. They are for your growth, for your awakening, for your divine protection. The first person who you trusted deeply spoke with hesitation. They spoke about your kindness, but they also whispered doubts about your strength. They said that sometimes you let people walk over you. That sometimes your patience is mistaken for weakness. Michael wants you to know your patience is a gift from God. Your kindness is armor stronger than any weapon. Do not allow their whispers to diminish your light. The second person laughed when they spoke of you. Their laughter was false, a mask for envy. They said that your successes are due to luck rather than skill, that your talents are exaggerated, that others are jealous because they cannot reach your level. Archangel Michael says, this is a lie. Every success you have is divinely guided. Every talent you possess is a gift from God, and no human judgment can alter that truth. The third person revealed secrets about your emotional depth. They admitted almost in awe that you feel things deeply, that your heart carries a wisdom beyond your years. Yet they mocked your sensitivity. Michael is telling you sensitivity is not weakness. It is divine connection. Your empathy, your ability to sense the pain and joy of others, is a sign of your sacred purpose on this earth. Those who mock this are blind to the spiritual force within you. The fourth person spoke of your fears. They said that you hesitate, that you doubt yourself, that you sometimes allow fear to dictate your actions. But Archangel Michael reminds you that fear is a test, not a sentence. Every time you face fear, every time you move forward despite uncertainty, you demonstrate courage that surpasses any human understanding. Those who labeled you as fearful are missing the truth of your resilience. The fifth person, a rival perhaps, admitted that they envy your confidence. They said your presence commands attention, that people listen to you, that your aura is magnetic. Yet they tried to twist this into a negative, saying that you are arrogant, that you are too proud. Michael is saying, do not internalize this. Confidence is not arrogance. It is divine alignment. Your aura, your energy, your very presence are reflections of God's light shining through you. The sixth person spoke quietly, almost in fear of being heard. They confessed that you have integrity, that your words are trustworthy, that your actions reflect your soul. But then they added that you sometimes intimidate others without intending to. Michael says, this is a natural consequence of walking in truth. You shine so brightly that shadows of insecurity appear in those who cannot match your light. This is not your burden. It is their lesson. The seventh person, the last and perhaps the most unexpected, spoke with anger and resentment. They said that your personality is overwhelming, that you make others feel inadequate, that you expose truths they cannot handle. But Michael whispers in your ear, these words are not condemnation. They are acknowledgement. You cannot dim your light to make others comfortable. God made you to shine. Those who react with anger are simply seeing themselves reflected in your strength. Now hear me clearly. This meeting of 7 people, this gathering that you did not know about, was divinely orchestrated. God allowed it so that you could see who truly understands you and who only projects their insecurities upon you. Michael says, do not be saddened by their words. Do not let their judgments shape your self-worth. Every word, every thought expressed about you is a lesson, a mirror, a revelation of divine truth. God says, You must write this down. Remember this message. Meditate on it. Archangel Michael will guide you through the emotions that arise. You may feel hurt. You may feel shocked. You may feel disbelief. But trust that every feeling is part of your spiritual awakening. You are being prepared for something greater, something beyond what you can imagine. Michael wants you to know the judgments of humans cannot define you, only God's view of your soul matters. The next revelation comes directly from God. These 7 people revealed patterns, tendencies, aspects of your personality that you have been blind to. They spoke about your generosity, your loyalty, your resilience, your empathy, and also about your boundaries, your fears and your sensitivities. Michael is saying, embrace every part of yourself. The parts that feel weak are your gateways to strength. The parts that feel flawed are your invitations to growth. Nothing spoken in secrecy can diminish the divine design within you. God says, "My beloved child, I am speaking to you now because the heavens are aligned in a way that you have never experienced before. The presence of my Archangel Michael surrounds you and he stands beside you. His sword of light drawn, ready to defend your name, your honor, and your heart." Michael has come with a revelation that must reach you immediately, without delay, without hesitation, and without the interference of doubt. Listen closely, for what I am about to reveal is urgent and the implications are profound. Last night, 7 individuals convened in the shadows of the world unknown to you. Yet their thoughts, their words, their whispers have now reached the ears of the heavens. These 7 who you may have encountered fleetingly or may not know at all spoke about you. They spoke about your essence, your actions, your intentions, and your heart. And Michael is here to inform you that what they said will astonish you. Prepare yourself, for the truth of your spirit and your life is about to be laid bare. Do not fear, for I, God, am with you. Do not despair, for my light illuminates even the darkest corners where gossip, envy, or misunderstanding may dwell. These 7 souls, each carrying their own burdens, their own perceptions, their own limited understandings, converged and spoke. They spoke about your personality, the radiance of your spirit, the depth of your thoughts, and the unseen ways in which you affect the world around you. Some of their words were tainted by envy, by jealousy, by misjudgment, by fear. Yet even in their darkness, the truth of your being shone brightly, because I have placed a light upon you that cannot be hidden. Michael weeps because of their ignorance, yet rejoices because he knows that I see you. You must understand, my child, that personality is not merely the surface you show to the world. It is the reflection of your soul, the echo of your choices, the melody of your intentions. And last night, these 7 people in their meeting, in their secret discourse, revealed the layers of who you are in ways that will astonish you. Some of what they said was critical, harsh, and unjust. They may have doubted you. They may have questioned your decisions. They may have attempted to cast shadows on your integrity, but God sees the heart. Michael sees the courage that resides within you. And the truth is that no word spoken in ignorance can diminish the divinity of your soul. I want you to understand the significance of these 7 individuals meeting at this time. This convergence was not accidental. I arranged it. The timing of their gathering, the content of their speech, the very environment in which they exchanged their words, everything was orchestrated in the heavens to reveal something to you. Michael says, these people will never fully understand the greatness, the struggle, the sacrifice, and the perseverance that define your life. They will not comprehend the divine strength that courses through your veins, that guides your decisions, that steadies your spirit in times of trial. Yet even in their misunderstanding, they God have permitted their words to come to your attention so that you may see clearly the difference between worldly judgment and heavenly truth. Michael commands you to listen carefully. He wants you to absorb every detail, every subtlety, every nuance of what was said. Not to dwell in hurt or resentment, but to gain awareness. Some of their words will be shocking because they reveal perceptions you did not expect, suspicions you did not imagine, opinions that cut to the core of your self-image. But remember, my child, perception is not reality. The opinions of 7 humans, even if well-educated, influential, or clever, cannot redefine the truth that God knows about you. Michael urges you to trust this divine perspective. The words of these 7 are like clouds that drift across the sky of your life. They may temporarily obscure the sunlight. But the sun itself, the eternal light of God within you, cannot be hidden. You may feel anger, confusion, or even betrayal as the words of these 7 reach you. That is natural. Michael acknowledges your human emotions and blesses your awareness of them. But I God remind you that emotional reactions must be tempered with divine understanding. Some of what was spoken about you is based on misunderstandings. Some is based on fear or envy. Some is based on the incomplete knowledge of those who cannot see the entirety of your journey. Michael says, observe, reflect, but do not allow these words to define you. Instead, use them as a mirror to see who you are in the sight of God. If you'd like to donate or show your appreciation, you can give a super thanks up to $100. These 7 individuals, though they may not realize it, spoke of your loyalty, your courage, your resilience, and your unwavering pursuit of truth. They may have critiqued your decisions, questioned your motives, and speculated on your intentions, but in doing so, they revealed the impact you have on the world around you. Their astonishment at your presence, your influence, and your consistency is proof of the divine favor that surrounds you. Michael says, their shock is a reflection of your power. Their doubts are a reflection of your perseverance. Their whispers are a testament to your light, which shines too brightly for those in shadow to endure. I want you to know that some of the things said about you were secrets revealed unintentionally. Secrets that even you may not have fully realized about yourself were spoken aloud. Michael says, the courage, wisdom, and compassion that you display in silence, in private, and in moments of solitude are recognized by the heavens and now indirectly by these 7 individuals. What they expressed, though perhaps mixed with error, contains kernels of truth that affirm the goodness and depth of your spirit. They were shocked not because of weakness in you but because of strength, resilience, and grace they could not comprehend. Now I speak to you about the warning Michael gives. The shock you feel upon hearing these words is not meant to wound you but to awaken you. In life, there will always be individuals whose words, actions, and judgments attempt to alter your perception of yourself. But Michael urges you to stand firm. Hold tightly to the truth that God has instilled within you. Remember the victories, the lessons, the struggles you have endured, and the divine guidance that has protected you at every step. The shock these 7 expressed is a reminder of your uniqueness, your distinctiveness, and your divine calling. Michael wants you to understand that some of these 7 individuals were influenced by others and their words carry layers of external opinions. Some were speaking from fear, from pride, from comparison. Some were attempting to assert control or influence over situations they cannot fully govern. But even in their attempts to undermine or judge you, God's plan for you moves forward unimpeded. Michael says, the higher you rise, the louder the voices will become, but their noise cannot drown out the divine guidance that sustains you, the truth of who you are, the blessings you carry, the mission you are destined to fulfill remain untouched, unaffected, and unstoppable. Listen now, for Michael insists that you pay attention to specific aspects of what was discussed. They spoke of your personality as someone who is unusually perceptive, who notices subtle energies, who understands the unspoken truths in any room. They marveled at your ability to remain calm in chaos, to respond with grace under pressure, and to perceive motives that others fail to see. They spoke of your resilience, your ability to recover from hardship with dignity, your capacity to love even when hurt, and your unwavering commitment to justice, truth, and integrity. Some expressed envy of your discipline, some feared your insight, and others questioned how someone like you could possess such balanced strength. Michael says, this astonishment is the echo of divine favor. They are witnessing a reflection of what I, God, have placed within you. There is more, my child, more than you can comprehend in one sitting. Michael says, the 7 also discussed your influence over others, your unseen impact on lives you may never realize. Every gesture, every word, every act of kindness you have performed radiates outward, touching lives in ways that you may not see. These 7 sensed it even if they tried to minimize it, even if they misunderstood it. Their shock is a recognition of your silent, powerful impact on the world. Michael urges you to never underestimate the influence of a humble, faithful heart, for it reaches far beyond the perception of human eyes. Some of what was said was harsh, my child, and Michael wants you to know this is a test of your faith. People may judge, criticize, and even attempt to misrepresent you, but these moments are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to strengthen your alignment with the divine truth. Michael says, remember that your personality, your character, and your essence are crafted by God, not by the opinions of mortals. Stand firm in your light, for it shines brighter than any shadow cast by misunderstanding. God says, my beloved child, listen carefully. For today, Archangel Michael has delivered a message that cannot wait another second. Michael is standing before you, wings spread wide, crying loudly because many have spoken about you in ways you could never imagine. 7 people met last night, and what they said about your personality will shake you to your very core. I am telling you this not to frighten you, but so that you understand the truth that has been hidden from your sight. They gathered in secret, whispering, watching, evaluating, and judging. Yet they do not know that I, the Almighty, see everything. Archangel Michael says, do not ignore this message. Do not delay. They cannot hide their intentions from the light of God. What they spoke of you is both revealing and shocking. These 7 individuals, whose names you may recognize or may not yet know, came together with thoughts full of assumptions, envy, and admiration, all mixed in ways that you could never have guessed. They spoke of your strengths, your weaknesses, and the hidden power that flows within you. The words they chose, though veiled in secrecy, were directed by the divine plan. Every sentence was recorded in the spiritual realm, and I have been commanded to bring it to you immediately. God says, understand, my child, that every word spoken about you has a purpose. Not all of it is truth and not all of it is falsehood. Some words were laced with envy, some with love, some with fear, and some with hope. Each of these 7 people carries a fragment of your reflection, and together they reveal a mirror of your soul. You may feel betrayed. You may feel proud. You may feel uncertain. But every emotion you feel now is part of the awakening I am sending to you. Michael continues, I watched as they spoke. One spoke of your kindness, noting how it shines even in the darkest of rooms, even when you believe it goes unnoticed. Another could not hide their envy, whispering about how easily you inspire others and command attention without effort. A third spoke with fear. Because your courage unsettles them, your ability to stand firm in trials shakes their foundations. The fourth with admiration confessed silently that your wisdom is far beyond what they can comprehend. The fifth, trying to mock, inadvertently revealed the depth of your integrity, for they cannot imitate what comes from the heart. The sixth in anger spoke of your resilience, yet their tone betrayed that they respect it. And the seventh, the one you least expect, spoke a truth you may find astonishing, that you are destined for a purpose far greater than what anyone sees at this moment. God says, my child, I know your heart may tremble as you hear this. I know the weight of revelation can be heavy, but trust in me. Every judgment, Every whisper, every hidden opinion spoken in the dark is known to me, and every word will serve to strengthen you, not break you. The enemy may seek to use these words to wound you, but I will turn them into stepping stones into fire that purifies and lights your path. Michael adds, I wept in heaven last night because they spoke without understanding that their words were futile against the divine protection surrounding you. You are not measured by their opinions. Yet their recognition of your gifts cannot be hidden. Even in secret. They honor you unknowingly. Their hearts revealed truths that they could not control. And in those truths, you will find revelation. You must prepare yourself to receive what comes next. This is not a joke. Every detail of this meeting is meant for you to know, to awaken you, to remind you that you are seen and that your path is holy. God continues, the person who envies you, do not hate them. The one who admires you, do not let pride blind you. Every human reflection is a test. Every opinion is a mirror. And every whisper is a lesson. The 7 who met last night spoke about your personality not just as a description but as a confirmation of the strength I have placed within you. Some called it arrogance. Some called it humility. Some called it brilliance. Some called it defiance. Yet I say to you, you are my child, and these words are only shadows of the light within you. Michael